We're recording. Yay. Okay, so hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Today I'm really excited to introduce you to our partner of the month. And her name is Haley Baldwin, and she's the office manager with Affordable One Home Services. And she's got a incredible presentation about roofing. So instead of keeping with our normal interview format, I really wanted her to provide our viewers and our audience with this presentation because I honestly was completely blown away by it. And I've worked with a lot of roofers in the past, and I have yet to see one do this. And so I'm very, very excited to have her as our guest today. And stay tuned to the very, very end. We do have a special PDF that we're going to be sending out for you for those of you that stay till the end. So thank you so much. And Haley, I will let you take it from here.
All right, guys. All right, so my name is Haley Baldwin, and I am the office manager here in Colorado for Affordable One Home Services. We actually have a location in Texas as well. So today I am going to be talking about, we're kind of your one-stop shop for improving and maintaining your biggest investment, your home. And I'm going to be talking about what that means and how we help our homeowners. So our services are roof replacement, roof repair, siding, windows, gutters, fencing. We also can do interior repair and remodel, whatever your heart desires. So today I'm going to be focusing a little more on the roofing side because storm season is upon us and we want our homeowners to be prepared and educated. So what makes us roofing and storm restoration experts? So first of all, we are a certified licensed contractor with the ICC. And within that realm, we are IRC or residential contracting certified and working on our IBC or commercial contracting certification here in Colorado. We are insured, bonded, an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau, and we are also a select shingle master with certainty. Now, this is a very special certification. It's a top level certainty roofing credential. It represents the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the roofing industry. A select shingle master has shown extensive knowledge of shingle installation and quality through rigorous testing. So the owner has been tested and us as employees have to be master shingle applicators. So we have to go through testing as well. So everybody in the company has the same level of education and quality standards. With this certification, we can actually offer a 10-year labor warranty on our work, and it's actually backed through CertainTeed itself. So if we go out of business tomorrow, CertainTeed will actually back that 10-year warranty and get your roof fixed for you.
And Haley, just to ask a quick question, that was on the labor alone. That had nothing to do with the warranties that already come with the shingles, correct?
Absolutely. So in addition to the 10-year labor warranty, you're offered a limited lifetime warranty on the shingles themselves. So that is different for whatever shingle you choose to put on your home. Your typical architectural shingle is going to be a 30-year shingle, but we do offer class 4 impact resistant shingles. Those actually get you a discount on your homeowner's insurance premium. So if you pay the out-of-pocket for the upgrade, then you get a longer lasting shingle with a longer warranty and a discount. So to go into the next slide, we're going to talk about storm damage. So hail damage doesn't really look all that bad when you see these pictures. You're thinking, okay, so I have a spot on my roof. What's the big deal? The problem is hailstones bruise shingles and they leave soft spots where those granules that give your roof that nice pretty color that you can see from the street, and that's pretty much all anyone cares about, if they even notice, those granules get loosened or disturbed. And with rain, sleet, and snow, those granules will fall away and expose the asphalt to the sun. Now, I don't know if any of you have driven down the highway lately and noticed all the potholes, but everyone knows what wear and tear and weather does to asphalt. So the same thing that it does to the roads, it does to your roof. And underneath those shingles, You have your underlayment, which is a very thin layer of protection, typically felt paper, which you can just rip with your hands. And underneath that, you have your plywood decking. After that, water is entering your home. So this is why insurance companies insure your home for hail damage, because it doesn't look like much, but it can actually lead to leaks in your home. Every hail hit or hail bruise on your roof is a potential leak into your home, because that sun will eventually chew through those holes and through the shingles, and then you have water entering through that decking. Wind damage is going to be easier, and when we get homeowners that call saying that they've noticed damage to their roof, it's always wind damage. They're saying, I pulled into my driveway today and I noticed shingles in my yard. What in the world is happening? Can you please come take a look at my roof and tell me what's going on? So in not all cases will the shingles actually be completely removed from the roof. Sometimes they're actually just lifting, like you'll see in that picture down there on the right. So, and that is called a zipper effect, where once one shingle comes up and the wind keeps blowing, it's going to pull all those other shingles up above it in a zipper or diagonal pattern. So it's very, very important, because then you get wind-driven rain and snow that'll get up underneath those shingles and again get through the underlayment and into the decking and then into your home. So that kind of explains what damage is and why your insurance company insures it. So why do I want to file a claim? Right? So the truth is, your insurance company would much rather pay for damage when it's just your roof and maybe some other exterior items like gutters or fence, downspouts, paint, than rotted decking, mold in the attic, wet drywall, stained or collapsed ceiling, all those things. Your insurance company doesn't want to pay for those things. And actually, we've actually seen some insurance companies that don't pay for those things, because that is considered long-term wear and tear and not sudden and accidental, which is what insurance pays for. So it's very, very, very important to stay on top of your roof and do the maintenance that's required, and just be informed, know what's going on. Just because you have one hailstorm doesn't necessarily mean your roof is completely totaled. You know, if you get pea-sized hail, you're probably fine. If you get quarter-sized hail, you need someone to take a look at it so that you can make sure that with all those penetrations in your roof that you're good to go and safe. So going on to filing a claim, let's say you get storm damage, someone comes and takes a look at your roof and you file a claim with your insurance company. They're going to tell you that an adjuster is going to be out there or in contact with you in 24 to 48 hours, and they're going to set an appointment to come take a look at your roof. So a lot of people will just say, oh, okay, that's fine, just show up. And they'll call a contractor after they get that paperwork. The important thing is to call a contractor before. You want a contractor to come take a look at your roof and walk you through the claims process. And this is what we do at Affordable One Home Services. We're going to look at your roof. We're going to tell you if you're in good shape or not. And then we're going to actually be there to meet with the adjuster. And the reason why this is important is because there's good adjusters and there's bad adjusters, just like there is in any other line of work. Not everybody has the same level of knowledge and training and expectations. So it's very important that we can be there and walk the property with them to make sure that you get a fair assessment as a homeowner. Some good adjusters are going to be experienced. Maybe they've been in construction before. They're going to be fair and treat your house like it's their own house and knowledgeable. They've been in it for several years. They're familiar with hail damage, probably Hague certified. Bad adjusters are going to be inexperienced. They usually deal with car accidents or medical losses. So an all lines adjuster can work homeowner claims, but they're also working auto claims and workers' comp claims. So how much do they know about your house if they're doing all this other stuff on a regular basis? Maybe they're unfair and they act like the money's coming out of their own wallet. And they say, well, we're going to pay to replace 95 shingles on your roof, but that's it. You're going to have to figure out the rest. Or maybe they're uneducated and maybe just don't have enough experience to really give you the fair assessment that you deserve as a homeowner. So it's really important that you have someone there like us to meet with the adjuster and go through step by step with that process and walk their property with them. So then it's like, well, when do I call? If you know someone that has a leak, or if you have a leak, give us a call. It could be an insurance claim, it could be something else. If you have a friend or family member purchasing a home, before you buy a home, get your roof looked at. It's important. You don't want to buy a house with a bad roof. And before you sell your house, you also want to get your roof looked at. Your real estate agent will thank you for this, I'm sure. Anyone that has not had their roof inspected in the last 1 or 2 years that just wants peace of mind, you need to get your roof looked at pretty regularly. It's very important that you do the maintenance that's required every few years. Those vents that are up on your roof need to be resealed, just to make sure no water's getting in. And you just want to make sure that the hail damage and wind damage isn't present on your roof. So that's what we do here at Affordable One Home Services. That is our office number. Please feel free to give us a call if you or someone you know needs an inspection.
Awesome. Thank you, Haley. That was so amazing because it was so quick and just such good information. So, just so everyone knows that's watching us, one thing I wanted to comment on that I thought was really great that you said was, hey, real estate agents actually want to know the condition of your roof. And just so our audience who's listening, because I really love sharing real estate tips with with our audience. There is an element for those of you who are considering selling your home that it is really important to know the condition of your roof. And the reason I say that is because of a couple different reasons. Let's say that you go to list your home on the market. You get under contract with an amazing buyer. It's a great solid offer, looks really awesome. And that buyer says, hey, listen, we're not going to ask you for any inspection items, which is really common in our market below a certain dollar amount, right? So usually they'll say, we're not going to ask you for anything that's inspection related below a cost of $2,000, right? Well, the reality is that roof damage is often well over $2,000. So even though we're seeing these really solid offers, that roof damage is important. And from a buyer's perspective, if you are inheriting a roof that does need work, there is a likelihood that your insurance company is not going to cover it because they can tell based off of their inspections and off of, just like Haley was saying, that when they have that claims adjuster come out, they can tell that damage is pre-existing and they do not have to actually work with you on the repair side of that. Now, a lot of insurance companies will, but there are some who I have seen that absolutely will dig their heels into the ground and say, we are not fixing this. We are not repairing this. This is not, our problem. Now, on the flip side of that, if you are a seller, in the state of Colorado, we have a disclosure called a seller's property disclosure, which really means, hey, sellers, we need to be really open and honest about the condition of our property and any work that we've had done. And there's something to be said about, one, maintaining your roof, and two, having a company like yours, Haley, like Affordable One, come out and say, hey, this house, this roof's in great condition, because then we can put that on the seller's property disclosure. And it's just an added benefit and one more additional selling point that can really help your property stand apart from the competition in the market. And I think that's really important. Along those same lines, if you are a seller and your home goes under contract and your roof does need work, that creates a lot of complexities. And it's really important to work with an agent who has experience with that, because there's several different scenarios that can play out. And typically what we see happen is that we have to hold funds in what we call escrow, which means the title company has to hold 1.5 times of the seller's proceeds from the sale of the home until that roof has been completely repaired and completed. And as you know, Haley, when storm season hits, roofers are in back-to-back appointments, and it can take 2 to 3 months to get that roof repaired. So just maintaining that up front and having good conversations and having a roofer in your back pocket that's looking out for your best interests is really, really important, especially in a climate like Colorado's, right? Where we have very hot sun that is beating down on our roofs on a regular basis, plus the hail, right? And it just really tears up our roof. So I think I heard somewhere that our average roof lifespan in Colorado was like a max of 5 to 7 years. Is that right?
Yes, so that's exactly what we're seeing, 5 5 to 7, 8 at the max. And actually, after a certain number of years, your insurance company will actually put you on what's called an ACV policy, and you're responsible for even more out of pocket to replace your roof. So it's very, very important to stick to that lifespan.
Yeah, and is there, I know I've asked you this in the past, and I think that it's really important to kind of just let our audience know this too, that if you all are ever considering, having a roof replacement done or a new roof put on, Affordable One is a great resource to chat with. And I know Haley and the team can also recommend, potential roofing options that might be able to withstand the storms that we have here a little bit better than maybe your asphalt shingles, right? So, yeah, I thought I would mention that as well, that there's other good options out there for us here in Colorado. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, like I mentioned earlier, that class 4 shingle, the main difference is instead of, I don't know if you remember in the slides where there was that, I was going over the hail damage, you could see that white out spot and the hail damage. That's fiberglass. So, that's going to be your typical asphalt shingle with a fiberglass matting. A class 4 shingle is going to have a rubber matting. So, it's going to be a lot more durable. And when the hail actually hits your roof, it's going to bounce off like rubber balls. So you might make your neighbor a little upset because that hail is not going to damage your roof at all. And that's actually tested with steel balls being dropped on it. So very, very hail resistant. And that's why your insurance company will offer you discounts on your premiums.
Very cool. So yeah, because that is a question I get a lot too. So, in a Colorado real estate contract, we do have a property insurance deadline, and part of that property insurance deadline is an insurance agent, and they always ask, "Are the shingles on the roof hail resistant?" That is like the number one question that comes up anytime an insurance agent is trying to give a quote on property insurance. And so, it sounds like that's that class 4 that you're referencing. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Well, okay. So for those of you that have been watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we have a really great PDF that Affordable One has created, and we're going to make sure that that's emailed out to you just as a token of appreciation and thank you for sticking with us and learning about roofs, because I, again, have such a simple, easy presentation that just makes so much sense and I think is really educational for the consumer. So I appreciate your time, Haley. Thank you so, so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you later. Take care.
All right, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.